Hey, hey. Oh my gosh. And my eyes looking weird. We are we are live, y'all. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I am so happy to be here after being gone for a week. I wasn't here last Monday, and I really want to commit to showing up here live with you on Monday so we can start the week together. How fun is that? Yes. So I just want to start by saying that joy is your birthright. I just want to start by that. Just always remember that it is. And because it's your birthright, it's not something that you have to go and look for. It's already there waiting for you. So today, we are going to take a few intentional moments to set ourselves up for a joyful, ease filled week. Are you with me? Like, no overwhelm, just simple shifts that make a big difference. Now, with that being said, it doesn't mean that you won't experience any overwhelm. But as we are starting the week and what we want to create for the week, I want you to think about how you want to feel in this week. I will talk a lot about that because that is the foundation for how we create our intention, how we decide what we want to do throughout the week is connecting to how it makes us feel. I was listening to actually Tony Robbins earlier today on a live, and I'm not giving you this challenge right now, but this is a really good takeaway. But he was asking people to think about what word could they change so then the word that they're using is more impactful, it's more motivating for them. So I'll give you an example. One person said anxiety. So they changed anxiety to what do they say, like flutter tummies or something, right? So it's like finding something that helps to take you out of that heaviness that you may feel. So I would love to know, like, how you feeling? Drop me an emoji in the chat that reflects how do you feel about the week that's coming? I'll tell you, I just got back from Rio. I posted a few images online and it was so beautiful. It was relaxing as well as, a little go-go. My mom and I, we did some hiking, some cooking classes and some touring. So when I got home this weekend, it was really nice to relax some, but then Sunday, I did work to make sure we had the podcast out, which it is there and ready for you. But going into this week, I've been thinking about like, how do I want to feel? So when I woke up this morning after I gave my gratitude, because that is part of my system, then I thought about how do I want to feel today? And I knew that I wanted to feel focused. So as I was going throughout the day, I could ask myself, do you feel focused? And if I didn't, what's my reset? So I wanted to talk just a little bit about like why small systems make the week easier. And then we're going to do a little activity together. So I'll tell you one of the biggest struggles I see, especially for busy women, and this can apply to a lot of people. Okay. But sometimes starting the week feeling behind before it even begins. Has that ever happened to you where hey, daughter, where you're starting the week and you have this long list of things to do and you're already feeling overwhelmed. You haven't even started Monday yet and you're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm already behind." So we often like rely on motivation or our long to-do list, but really something that I found is the consistency and the joy comes from having these small systems in place. So an example for me is at work. Yeah, I have a long list. It's right next to me of things. But part of my system is I create chunks of time where I know I'm going to work on something specific. I know when I'm going to take a little break, maybe listen to some music. I like to have music in the background. So I've started to put some systems in place that really help to combat a lot of that overwhelm. We start the week off. Sometimes we start good, and then other times it could be a dread because we have so much going on. So another thing that I like to use, and this is in the Joy Map, which I'm so excited it's out, and you can get that on createamagicalday.com. But you know how I asked you how you want to feel? Well, on the Joy Map, I've put together, there is a joy meter in there where you get to like evaluate how are you feeling? And it's a scale from 0 to 10 because I think it's really important for us to check in. When we check in with ourselves, then it helps us to really see ourselves and really know what's important and what we need. How do you know what you need if you don't check in? Right? So I just encourage you to do those check ins. On the podcast, actually, it's a whole series about like quarterly planning. I talk about how you can use your iPhone. I use my iPhone a lot for helping me to schedule not just meetings, but when I know maybe I'm going to have some writing time. Maybe, I'm working on an evening routine. What's going to go in my evening routine? And whenever you have systems, it makes it easier for you to follow instead of just like, oh, I'm feeling motivated. I'll be honest, tonight I was like, oh gosh, do I have the capacity to come on because I'm kind of tired? You see, my hair looks crazy, something going on with my eye, my ankle swollen. But because my system is on Monday at 7, I want to show up to start the week with you. Then I just did it. I just didn't rely on motivation. And that's why systems are important because sometimes a system can help you push through when you're not feeling motivated. So the goal isn't to get everything perfect. It's to create small habits that support you and make your days flow better. And so the more we do something, the more we're consistent, the more it becomes a habit. And then we have more of that ease. All right. So are you down to do a little exercise with me? I would love for you to grab your journal or some paper, or if you want to inside your phone, but I want us to do a little exercise. I want you to start by thinking, what's one thing you're excited about this week? Even something small, like maybe a favorite meal, a fun project, time for yourself, TV show, something. So I want you to start by writing down what's one thing you're excited about this week. Have fun with that. Yes. Then I want you to think about what's one small system you can put in place to make your week easier. So I'll give you some examples. This could be setting a reminder on your phone. This could be scheduling maybe a self care moment or prepping for something ahead of time. So I want you to think. So you have what's the one thing you're excited about this week? Then I want you to take that and what's one small system you can put in place. So then you make sure you even follow through with that one exciting thing. Hmm. Then the last thing is what's one word or feeling you want to carry into this week? I would love to know what that is. Drop it in the comments and let me know what's your word. So like I said, mine for today was focus. Sometimes like I'll have a word for the year. I'll have one maybe for the quarter, for the month, for the week, for the day. So sometimes I change mine just depending on what I want to focus on. So like I said, today my word was focus and it really guided me through the day and it meshed really well with my system for my time blocking. So again, you have your one thing you're excited about. What's one small system you can put in place to make your week easier? And what's the one word or feeling you want to carry into this week? Hmm. I'm really excited. If you're watching this replay and you're not here with me live, I want you to drop below. What are you excited about? What's a system you're putting in place? And what's your one word? You don't have to drop all if you don't want to, but just share, because the more we share with each other, the more we get ideas from one another. And then also, it allows us to know that, hey, we're not alone in this journey. Like, we are out here trying to live our most joyful lives, okay? So I just want to remind you, I started off by saying that joy is your birthright. And I also want to say that joy doesn't have to be complicated. The small things you do today shape how you will feel all week long. Mm. So that's why it's so important to start your week with, I'm really big on gratitude. How do you want to feel? What do you want to see? Who do you want to be in this week? If you want more tips on how to create simple systems that support your joy, this week's podcast episode is all about that. I break down the exact ways I structure my days to feel good and to get things done. So, that podcast, the title is One Habit That Changed My Life. And the focus, it's on not just goals, but systems. Okay, I love it, Lise. Your word is calm. Looking forward to finishing. Oh, hubby's man cave and hanging with family. Ooh, I cannot wait to see. I know they were doing some painting. So that's one step, and I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like. I know it's going to be so dope. And yes, I can't wait for all of us to hang this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So you can listen on the podcast, all major platforms for audio, and then also YouTube. This is our first season on YouTube because I was too scared to do it before. So I want you to listen to the episode. There's some really great tips in there. I break it down. Also, if you are watching it on YouTube, I have chapters in there. So if you want to scroll, ahead, or, look at the different sections, you can do that. Of course, if it's audio, you're just, listening to it. um if and I really want you to think about what makes you feel good. When we can identify what makes us feel good, even if it's that one thing, then that can really be anchoring for us. So as we are putting these systems in place, focus on what makes you feel good with that. Hmm. Let's make this week one where we do feel good. We're not just busy. Nobody just wants to be busy. Oh, well, some people do, but that can be exhausting. But I'm sending you so much joy, so much love. Thank you so much for showing up. If you are listening to the replay and you're not here live, I'm so thankful for you. Drop an emoji. Let me know how you feeling. Let me know your word. Let me know your system. Um, I want to know. I want to know you as you know me. So remember this: every day may not be filled with joy, but what? You can create joyful moments every day. So I will see you next Monday, same time, same place. Maybe my hair won't look so crazy. It was a long day. Um, but I'll see you next week. And also check out the podcast and let me know what you think. All right. Joyful Jania signing out, sending you so much love, so much joy for a beautiful week ahead. Peace. Mm-mm-mm.